Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary. I am back again, and this time I'm going to try something else that I have never used before, and that is this No Foundation, Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. Is that what it is? Yeah, full coverage moisturizer. Now I already have moisturizer on. I am not gonna put a primer on because I don't think this is one of those cosmetic items that actually needs it. So let's see what we got here. I know that I have to correct the under eye disaster that is my life. And I look so much wrinklier with under eye makeup on, but I can't avoid it because I have such bad dark circles. So anyway, I'm using this CC Corrector. And that actually makes a difference right away. Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer in the color Light, which is the color that I'm in on the regular CC cream. So I have to assume that this is going to be good for me for the sake of, ooh, nice. I think that's going to be perfect. I'm surprised because it looks so much darker in the tube than it actually does in real life. See what I mean? So anyway, I really have high hopes for this. A lot of people didn't like it, but I don't want to go by what other people thought. I want to go by what I think. So I'm going to try brushing this on. With the regular CC cream, a lot of times I would just put it on with my fingertips and then blend it with the brush. It's coming off a little bit on the yellow side. Yeah. Well, I certainly don't need bronzer on top. And it's actually quite perfect. I don't know why it looks so dark on my forehead. I like the smell of this. It doesn't have like a medicinal smell. It just has a fresh smell, and it doesn't seem heavily scented. I'm gonna try just brushing a little bit around my eyes. I have to get that part of me that I burned this past weekend. Today's Monday and I do have the day off today. So I'm going to tell you about my thyroid problem. I'm going to see a pulmonologist today, and I have to make an appointment with my primary care doctor because I learned some things. So I'm just going to talk about my thyroid issues. I'm kind of liking this. But I do feel like I have a lot on, but I feel like I can skip the under eye concealer, or at least put an extremely tiny amount on, because I think this has hidden my dark circles quite well. That, and using the CC Corrector, which honestly I cannot recommend this more highly. It's like that Boing, which is not cruelty free. This is in light medium. It doesn't feel heavy under my eyes. I do still need a tiny bit of concealer. I have this one that has been, as far as we know, discontinued, at least in this packaging. It could very well be that it's available in other packaging. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. There it is right there. Oops, there. It's very light, but it's not so light that I can't use it. Okay, now let's just get the brush I used for concealer the other day that worked so well, and that was this one from BH Cosmetics. It is a flat-topped brush, and it's brush number 120. So I did use this the other day, so I'm only going to tap on a little bit of this, mainly the inner corner. That helps. and a little bit here. That helps, I guess. I guess that's helping. I don't know. I think I just put a little too much on. Shoot, 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 shoot. See, it's the too much concealer that is making me look 100 years older than I really am. So I'm just gonna blot some of this with a tissue. This could end up being a makeup disaster. Maybe not. I think the thing that might be aging me is the powder that I've been using, but I can't not use it. So anyway, this is Makeup Forever HD powder. If I don't use it, my makeup will be all underneath my eyes instead of where it belongs. And I'm just gonna press this in for now. So I'm going to use a little bit of eyelid primer. My eyelids are feeling a little oily today, so that's why it's good to use an eye primer, because it helps your makeup stay put even when your skin is oily. A lot of people have oily eyelids. I don't normally, but today for some reason I do. Okay, so this is a hit so far. I like it. It matches me very well, and I really do like it. I am going to put it back in the box just for now, because we'll have to, this is just a first impression, we'll have to see how I feel about it after I use it a couple times. Okay, so let's see what we gotta do. I do have to powder a little bit if I want to put any color on my cheeks, because I'm not going to pull out the, I didn't wet a beauty sponge, so liquid is out of the question, because I'll just smear all this all over. But I think if I put a little bit of translucent powder on, I think it will help. I do have a lot of translucent powders to use up. Oh hell, I might as well powder the whole face, right? No. Ah, hell. I do like translucent powder quite a bit. Anyway, I was going to talk to you guys about my thyroid. I do have a thyroid issue, and it's fairly complex. I'm going to use, let's see, Orgasm. I have this in my little treasures, and so I'm going to use this. But anyway, I've had thyroid issues for a long time, and I remember when I was working, shoot, I know where I got this, but anyway, I was working at a hospital, and I was in an office in the basement, and it smelled really moldy, and no matter what I did, they kept saying there's nothing there. It was in this closet. So they finally, because I couldn't stop coughing, I was having severe respiratory issues, they finally took the closet apart and did what they call a terminal cleaning, which is when they clean like there's no tomorrow, using like bleach and all kinds of stuff that they would use normally for like someone's room when they have an infection. I'm going to use the Laguna Beach little NARS thing just to warm me up just a hair. I am warm enough, but a lot of times a little bit of bronzer goes a long way. So I used to think it was so wasteful to tap your brush off, but now I understand now. Took me a while, but I understand the concept now because it works, and we already have so much crap. As you can see on tape, my eyebrows are already dark through there, so I'm just going to touch up through here, because I don't want to look like, what did I say the other day? I don't want to look more fierce than I already am. I am kind of fierce. So anyway, while I was working there, you know, amid the mold and everything, I think that's how I got this problem. I started to have issues with, like, I gained weight, like, and I knew that something was wrong, and I kept going to the doctor, and he kept saying, your TSH is normal, so no, you don't have any problem. Little did I know at the time that you're supposed to test more than just TSH. TSH. But anyway, I didn't know that, and he clearly didn't know that. So, oh yeah, I'm using this again. I'm going to use this one on the inside. I think that's the one I found yesterday that was light enough for me to use. So anyway, my TSH was normal, and that's what doctors will often just test that, and everything looks fine. Then I said to him, I went back to him multiple times for the issue, and I went back to him and I said, no, something's wrong. I gained 20 pounds in a month. So then he did a T4, T3. He's a good doctor, he really is, but I don't think thyroid is his forte. At least I don't think my thyroid problem is. I think I need to see another doctor for mine. So I went back to him, he did the test, and he goes, well, guess what? You are hypothyroid. Fast forward, like, what is that, 10 years ago? Fast forward 10 years later, and I get a nodule in my thyroid. I think I just told you guys I had to have surgery, which is true. I had to go have a biopsy done. I'm going to use a little more color than I used the other day. I think I'm going to use this one in the middle. And see, that's a citron type green. I might try using, I don't know. Let's see what happens. So anyway, I'm so distracted telling you my story. So anyway, I went back to him, and I was then diagnosed as hypothyroid. And the other thing is, I didn't just gain 20 pounds in a month. I was so totally overwhelmingly exhausted all the time. So, you know, I went back and I was then diagnosed with hypothyroid. So fast forward 10 years later, and what happens? I have to get a thyroid biopsy done because I had a nodule in my thyroid. And of course that's worrisome for cancer, so that had to be tested. The doctors didn't think I had cancer, but you know, just to be safe, they did order that, especially since I kind of insisted on it. Because I'm tired of being told everything's fine, only to find out later, you know, that it's not, that it's totally not fine. So, yeah, I sound really fierce now. I just want to chill out a little bit. This is supposed to be relaxing. So, yeah, that's better. I'm packing the color on a little bit better this time. Oops, that's a little heavy. I didn't want to go that heavy, just going to the doctor's office and coming home and making a nice big thing of goulash. So, I do have to go to an endocrinologist, but I went to one who didn't really take me very seriously. I guess he sees a lot of really sick people, and I didn't appear to be one of them. So right away I just decided, well, I'm not going to see you again because you kind of suck. I think I need what is it called? Integrative medicine, internal medicine doctor to diagnose me. It's very complex. Any of you guys who've ever gone through this, you know what I'm talking about. The thyroid was benign, excuse me. But during the thyroid test, they kept saying to me, have you ever been diagnosed with Hashimotos Thyroiditis or been told you have thyroiditis? And I said no. Now, I told my doctor about that, and he did not follow up on that. As far as there are blood tests to see if you have the antibody. And that's what I need to have done. That, and I'm also finding out that you don't just need your TSH and T4 tested, that you also need your T3 tested, and there are some other blood tests that you need to have done in order to diagnose you with Hashimoto's or truly just hypothyroid. It's very common in this country for people to be hypothyroid. I'm going to use a little bit of makeup spray just so that it kind of melts my eyeshadow and powders and stuff. So, yeah, by the way, those of you who don't use makeup spray, use any makeup spray. This is my favorite one, but I have a new Tarte one that I got in a box that I'm going to be trying out, but I feel like I should use the Urban Decay one up first. What that does, that spray, is it makes all of your makeup kind of like move together and set so that it's seamless looking. Unfortunately, the under eye bags and wrinkles, not so much. Now, right now, I don't look very wrinkly in my mirror here. If I put it on magnification, I do. I'm not aging gracefully here. No, I'm not aging gracefully. Something's got to be done about this. So, yeah, I wouldn't be having an eye lift or any of that stuff. I would consider a neck lift, but I have a lot of weight to lose before then. So I have been putting on weight every month and every year, and I'm on thyroid medicine, but I haven't changed my eating habits very much at all, and I'm still like eating the same amount of food that I used to eat when I weighed this much 5 years ago, and now I'm just putting on weight like crazy. I'm going to use my 24/7 eyeliner, my favorite one. I am doing a use up, and this is in the use up, and it's breaking my heart that it's in the use up. So anyway, I need a whole lot more blood work done before we can proceed much further. I've been doing a lot of research, and apparently people who have Hashimotos Thyroiditis, which was mentioned to me, I just haven't had the antibodies drawn yet, they tend to not be able to tolerate wheat, grain, gluten, a lot of different things. I just want to get to the point where I don't feel exhausted all the time, and I need to get past the point where I just need to get past the point where this is like crazy. All right, I'm going to use this e.l.f. pencil. We'll see if it still works well. It's kind of the pencil version of this eyeliner I just did. I don't really like liquid eyeliner under the eyes, and I only like a little bit of eyeliner under the eyes because as I've gotten older, I notice it just makes my eyes look smaller and more crappy. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the corner here. Which is about as far as I go now. I usually just go into the corner. So I need to find out what the hell is going on. I need to find out what kind of treatment would change if I do in fact have Hashimoto's Thyroiditis. Let's see. This is fairly new, this Tartist liquid lash paint, so I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, what kind of freaking cap situation. Oh, I got a problem. It's got some weird cap situation. Oh well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that's good enough. I did want to finish my story. This is like such a screwed up cap situation. I don't think I'll be having that for very long. So anyway, boy, I'm sweating. It's 56 degrees out. I have long sleeves on because I'm not going to be wearing a coat, and so in the interim, I've been reading a lot about thyroiditis, and There is one where there's an issue with not being able to absorb folic acid from your regular vitamins as well as you could. And apparently folic acid has something to do with how well the TSH is like absorbed and used by your thyroid to make T3 and T4. So apparently. So just to be safe, because there's a genetic test I can't afford, just to be safe, I'm going to try that. I was watching somebody who did 23andMe. I'll see if I can find the video and put it down below. She did 23andMe and she plugged her results into like another database, and it found that she has MFTH something. But anyway, it's a gene mutation where you really shouldn't be having gluten. You shouldn't be having like things that can be inflammatory. More things are inflammatory. It was very complex, but her result was that she is taking a different form of folic acid. So I did find that on my Walmart shopping list. I put it on there because I always add things as they come up and it saves your list. So I have put that on the list, and I'll be trying that and see, because she said her hair started growing back, and her, I have hair loss. This is hypothyroid in action. And her hair started growing back. She started having a lot more energy and feeling a lot better. So I'm going to try that, because I'm willing to try anything. But I do have to have the labs done, because when I was having my biopsy, they said, have you ever been diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease? I was like, no, not that I know of. Have you ever been diagnosed with thyroiditis? And they were looking at cells actively because they took biopsies, and then there was a pathologist in the room who was doing the slides with biopsies that were being taken, and they did take a couple extras, and I'm not sure why, but they did take a couple extra biopsies. And have you ever been diagnosed with thyroiditis? And I was like, no. So who knows? It's a crapshoot. If anybody out there has had this situation, it's 10 after, I have to leave in 5 minutes. Please share your experience. I'm going to try to share the videos down below that I found. I think that given the fact that they asked me had I ever been diagnosed with thyroiditis or Hashimoto's, that I probably have that, and I do need to figure out. I need a functional medicine doctor apparently. But I'm going to see if my regular internal medicine doctor can handle this. I found one, but it's in Pennsylvania, and it's like in the middle of Pennsylvania, about 3 hours away from here. So I'm not going to be going there, but I need this to stop. I need help with this. I'm tired of gaining weight. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of like losing my hair and figuring out like shampoos and things I can use to hold it off. But if I hadn't done all that, what would the state of my hair be now? So, let me know if you've had any experience with anything like this and what you did and what your doctor may have said. If you feel free to express that. I think you can also message me directly. I'm not sure how to do that because I haven't messaged anyone directly in a long time. I know you have to be a subscriber in order to message directly. That's the only thing I remember. So anyway, let me know if you've been down this road and what you did about it. So today I am off to see the pulmonologist. It's a pulmonology sleep doctor. So I'll be talking about my sleep apnea, and he'll also do a function test, which unfortunately today I don't think is going to be very good. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did enjoy using the new makeup, the CC No Foundation. Actually, it's No Foundation No foundation, foundation? Bye-bye foundation. So I did enjoy that. I do like it. If it wears well today, then it will become a part of my regular routine. That's it. I talked enough. Please give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary with another Get Ready With Me. Thank you and have a beautiful evening. Good night.